Let's get started lying in the center of our mat. Find your foam roller, short or long, and you want to place it right beneath the shoulder blades. Once you find that, extend your legs long, interlace your hands behind the head. Take a deep breath in, wide into your rib cage, and let your head just start to settle a little heavier into your hands. Lift your gaze and just feel the chest and the heart open. Inhale for one more breath back here. Lift the elbows slightly and then curl the chin over the chest. Look straight ahead to the wall in front of you and draw the navel in. Inhale, lift your eyes, lift your gaze, let your head be heavy. Breathing into those wide ribs, and then exhale, feel your frontal ribs knit together and down, belly to spine as you curl on up to the tips of the shoulder blades. So keep going. Inhale, you heavy the head back. Exhale, you curl the head, heart, and shoulders up, up, up. I want you to set your intention for class. Moving nice and slowly. And getting nice mobility through that spine. Try to soften your glutes here as you focus on your upper abs. Keep your breath moving as you move through each of these exercises. Give me 2 more curls, really finding deep flexion through the front body and extension. Last one plain. The next time you curl up, you're gonna hold it up. Take a deep breath in, stay lifted. On your exhale, you're gonna reach your right elbow towards that right side of the floor, and then come back through center. And then head over to the left. So you're reaching that left elbow towards that left outer hip, and then inhaling through center. So we're moving laterally now, side to side. Try to keep that pelvis uninvolved. Good, we'll do 4 more to each side. Inhaling, stay lifted through center. Think of really thinking a bottom rib towards that right hip bone. Find length through both hips here. 2 more to each side. 2. 1 more. Find center, head over to the right. Curl up a little higher as you curl that chin to the chest. And then reach to the left, look up and around. So we're gonna start to stir our thoracic spine. Like the tip of the head was a magic marker. You're drawing circles from the top of the skull, right on that ceiling. 2 more. Breathing and exhaling to lift. Head all the way on up through center, and then we'll reverse. Over to the right, lengthen the head back, and then up through center. Stir it up. Everything from the belly button down is quiet. 2. 1. You should be feeling those abs wake up. Find center. Try to stay lifted. Look straight ahead and just curl. Little pulses. Up on your exhale. Press those bottom ribs down. Draw those low abs in. You've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 1 more breath, and then lengthen back. Nice work. You're gonna start to roll onto your left side and just drape your bod. Think of it going right underneath that left armpit. Legs are bent, hips are stacked. Just reach your right arm over your head, grab hold of your right wrist, and really lengthen that right hip towards the wall behind you. Another breath here. And we'll just start to have our hands behind our head, right elbow up to the ceiling. Keep the hips stacked as you start to reach your right elbow down into the floor. Take a moment here, and then open up that right elbow up towards the ceiling, and then look up, follow that elbow, look back, and take another breath in. Exhale, linger in that, opening up through the right pec, and then come back and around. You can do 2 more. You can always adjust the foam roller if it's not in the right spot. You'll know what spot is the right spot for you. And then reach that right elbow forward and down. Last one. And then you're gonna prop up to your left forearm. Keep the hips stacked. You want your left elbow directly underneath your left shoulder. And place the foam roller underneath your left side of the waist so you know to pull the side body up away from the floor. Top leg is gonna extend out to the middle of your mat. All 5 toes straight ahead. You're gonna lift your right leg up on your exhale at hip height and then lengthen it back down. Right leg lifts and lengthens back down. Now, keep broadening up through the collarbones. Low abs drawing in and up. And just have some softness with those frontal ribs. You're looking straight ahead, or your gaze is down over that left shoulder if your neck gets cranky. So warming up that right glute med, side body. You've got 5 more. Pull that left side of the waist up from the floor. 3, 2. Hold that right leg up on 1. Tiny little pulses up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, reach, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it there. Flex your right foot. Draw your navel in as you reach your right leg forward on the breath in. Point the foot and reach it back to the corner back of side of your mat. So flex and reach it forward. And then point, extension the right hip. Keep going. Try to keep those hips stacked. Keep lengthening your right leg to the corner of that room. Good. Forward. Nice deep flexion and extension of that hip. Now you can stay here or place your right hand behind your head. Right leg swings forward, lift your gaze, lift your eyes, and then point the foot and rotate your chest, breast to the floor. So now we're getting that thoracic rotation again and stability of the pelvis. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your right leg back on 1. Reach your right arm out to the opposite diagonal and start to pull that right leg up and down. Abs drawing in and up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it, smack it, and we'll all come up to a seated position. I'm losing my mic. From here, come to all 4s. Just send the foam roller in front of your knees. 90-degree angle here, shoulders stacked over your wrists, knees underneath the hips. Take a deep breath in, allow your belly to fall. Lift your tail, reach your heart up and out. And then use the exhale, ground down to the tops of the feet, scoop the belly in and round your spine. Again, inhale, look forward, look up, draw the shoulder blades down your back. Scoop the belly in, really press those ribs up to the ceiling. One more time. Nice. You're gonna walk your hands 1 handprint forward. You're gonna place your shins on the foam roller. So your knees are still underneath your hips. You want the foam roller towards the ankles, back to your all 4s position. From here, you're gonna inhale, you're gonna squeeze your shoulder blades together and then exhale, press into the palms, and then your shoulder blades slide away from each other. So they retract and then they protract. Your spine doesn't change, it's just the mobility of your scapulas, your shoulder girdle. You've got 3 more. Like you wanna crack a pencil between those shoulder blades. 2. Last one here. Now, let's pick it up. You're gonna inhale to prepare. Find a place where your shoulder blades are most stable. Hold the pencil. Draw the belly in, and on your exhale, hover your knees about 2 inches. Well, just lift the knees off the mat, and your knees are still underneath your pelvis. We're gonna repeat that. So inhale, hug the scapulas to the spine, and then press to the palms, and send the chest away. The chest sinks, and you press into those palms. Make sure you're pressing into the pinky side edge of those hands. Your armpits are wrapping in towards your heart. You've got 3. Stay with me, navel to spine for 2. Now a little bonus, find a place where your shoulder blades are most stable. You're gonna send your knees out on the inhale and then pull the knees back underneath those hips. Inhale, just the thighs roll away, and then you draw the knees back in. We're here for 8. You're just holding and hovering if this is too much for 7. 6, so now you're getting that extension and flexion from the hip for 5. 4, gaze is towards the front of your mat for 3. For 2. Last 1. Rest your knees, nice work. Remove the foam roller, reach it forward. Take a breath and just reach that foam roller forward, tailbone back. And then roll all the way up. We're gonna do that all on the other side. So take the foam roller, drape your bod over it, knees bent, and then reach that left arm over your head, grab hold of the left wrist. Really lengthen the left side of the waist. Hands behind your head. Take a breath. Start to reach that left elbow down to the floor. Keep those hips back. And start to inhale, left arm reaches up. Follow that elbow. Lift your gaze, lift your eyes. Pause here and take another inhale. Linger and see if you can open up a little more to that pack on your exhale. And then bring it all the way forward and down. 2 more times. Again, adjust the foam roller if needed. Find the sweet spot. And forward and down. 1 more. Good. Then come on up, prop up to that right forearm. Place the foam roller underneath the right side of the waist. Right forearm, elbow underneath that right shoulder. Left leg's extended. Take a deep breath in and start to lift your left leg up at hip height. All 5 toes straight ahead, tap the foot down. Exhale, float it back up, and then lower it back down with control. Continue here. Again, really press down into that right forearm so you're lifting up to the right side of the waist. Try to keep your ribs off the foam roller. Good. If your neck is cranky, just look down over that right shoulder blade. Low abs drawing in and up. Starting to warm up that left side glute. So again, just remember you're lifting the thigh. So place that hand on the hip and make sure it's not moving. Good. 5 more, we hold. Stretch it long and out for 4. 3. Soft frontal ribs, 2. Hold the leg up, little pulses, up, 10, 9, 8, 7, reach 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Flex those toes back, take a breath in, you're gonna sweep that left leg forward. Keeping the hip stacked, point the foot and extend it back. Not so far back that your ribs start to open and flare, but just so the hip gets that nice extension. Do your best to keep that leg lifted at hip height. Inhaling forward and back. Good. Now, if you like this and you want to stick to just focusing on that movement, stay there. Otherwise, hand in front of behind the base of the skull. Reach the leg forward as you look up. Point the foot, rotate your torso, chest to the floor. Flex, inhale, open. And then point, reach those toes away from the crown of the head. Keep going here. Do your best to keep that left leg lifted at hip height. Push down to that right forearm. Final 2. Keep breathing, 1 more. Hold that diagonal line. Left arm reaches to one corner. Reach those big toes and pulse that left leg up. Last pulse is here, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest it down. Give it a little smack. Good. Come back to all fours. Shoulders over those wrists. This time, bring your knees back slightly. Now you're more in a modified plank. Take a deep breath in, gaze is forward, neck is long. You're gonna bend your elbows in towards those bottom 2 ribs, and then press into both palms and extend your arms to straight. Keep going with these tricep push-ups. Inhale to bend, and you can make this movement small, maybe a little bend. You wanna make sure, most importantly, that those elbows don't flare open. Keep the collarbone broad. You got 3. Press away. 2. Last one. Hold those arms straight, take a deep breath in, and then find your child's pose. You're gonna lie down again where we started in the middle of the mat. Lift your seat up. Place the foam roller underneath your pelvis. Remove your ponytail or pull it up. Make sure your back of the neck is long. All 10 toes straight ahead. Arms can start long by your side. Take a deep breath in, and one at a time, float your right leg and left leg into tabletop. Shins parallel to the ceiling. We'll continue to deepen our breath. Inhale, widen to your ribs. Use the exhale to gently pull the belly to spine. Frontal ribs knit together and down as they heavy towards the floor. So imagine like a little hammock shape with your rib cage. Another inhale. This time, exhale, extend just your right leg out towards the wall in front of you. And then return it back to tabletop on the breath in. Exhale, left leg lengthens. And then draw that left leg back to tabletop. Keep alternating here. Check in with your neck and shoulders. So if you're feeling any tension in your neck, you may need to lift your legs up a little higher. The lower the leg, the harder the load for those abs. And if you want a little more effort, you can reach your arms up to the ceiling for an extra challenge. Palms in, collarbones, shoulder blades broad. Continue with this breath here. Really extending through that hip. You got 4, 3, 2. Check in with those 2 bottom ribs, knitting together and down. Right leg extends all the way down out. Left leg reaches up to the ceiling. Lower your right leg even more. Draw that right heel in towards your right sit bone as the left leg reaches out. As the left leg bends, the right leg extends up to the ceiling. So we're gonna start to move in a bicycle movement. Check in that your pelvis stays nice and stable. The low abdominals, draw that bottom leg in. Nice, continue to move pretty fluidly. So really try to lengthen and extend from those hips. Reaching it out. Really nice work. Keep going, you've got 4. Check in on those ribs. 3, 2, 1. Right leg up to the ceiling, left leg out. Externally rotate both legs. From here, reach your right leg out to the right, left toes reach to the left in opposition, and then bring those legs back to the center line. Left leg will be on top, right leg reaching out, and then you're gonna reverse it. So we call this helicopter. Do your best to keep your hips as square as those shoulders. 1 more, around. Left leg's at the top. We're gonna scissor those legs for 5, for 4, 3, 2, right leg back up. Do it again, open up. So you're really lengthening both toes away from each other, right? Both pig toes, inner thighs hug in, and then reverse it. 1 more time, out and around, and then scissor those legs. 5, 4, 3, 2, right leg back out at the top, left leg meets it. Take a deep breath in, lower both legs down to a high 45. Heavy your tailbone, resist your legs up to 90. Both legs lower and lengthen. Take a breath. Exhale, belly to spine, lift the legs up. Continue here. Only go as low as you can feel those back ribs heavy to the mat. 4 more. Squeeze those heels together. And lift. 3. Externally rotating those outer thighs. Last 2. Really extend, extend, extend. On the last one, you're gonna lower your legs. Take a deep breath in. Open your legs a little as wide as your mat. Reach them up to the ceiling and back together again. Legs lower. They reach and open. They circle back up to the ceiling. A few more. Really lengthening again through the front of those hips. Legs up to the sky. Open. Reach and lengthen. Exhale, knee at the top. One more in this direction. Reach and lengthen. Exhale. And lift. Reverse. Open. Press and lengthen. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Come back up to the ceiling. Open. Reach and lengthen. Inner thighs squeeze together. And back up. You've got 3. Press together. And up. 2. Low abs. Inner thighs. Heavy tail. Last one. And then allow the knees to fold into your chest. Notice how the pelvis curls. Allow it. Good. Keep your right leg in. Left foot to the floor. Slide that left heel away. And pull your right knee in towards your chest. As your right knee is pulling, actively try reaching that left heel out in opposition. Take another breath here. Curl your tailbone under, finding a little deeper stretch through that left hip. Another cycle of breath here. Let your left thigh fall heavy. And then grab the outside of your right knee with your left hand and just kind of slide your right femur bone towards your left hip a little bit. Getting into that psoas. Nice. One more cycle of breath in. And then bring it back to center. Fold your left leg in. You might need to adjust the foam roller, right foot to the floor. Pull that left knee in, squaring off those hips, and then slide your right heel away. Actively pull that knee towards that chest, right heel pressing away in opposition. Settle the shoulders, take a deep breath in, curl your tailbone under. One more cycle of breath here. Let your right thigh bone fall heavy. Right hand grabs the outside of your left knee and just slide it, glide it to your right hip. Keep lengthening through the left side of the waist. Nice. Bringing it back to center. Right knee pulls in. You're just gonna lift your booty up. Let your legs extend long. Let the foam roller just rest underneath the knees. Have a moment here. Good. One more cycle of breath. To finish, grab the foam roller, reach it up towards the ceiling. All 10 toes straight ahead. Sits bones distance apart. Inhale, pelvis is in neutral. Exhale to curl your tailbone under. Slowly start to lift those hips up as you press the foam roller towards your thighs. Can you press the hips up a little higher into the foam roller? Track those knees forward. And then use your exhale to curl even more and roll the spine down, one bone at a time. We'll do that again. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, curl the tailbone under. Press the foam roller to the thighs. Lift the hips up a little higher. And then exhale, melt the spine down. Last one, plain. Inhale. Curl your tailbone under. Really press those quads up into the foam roller, opening up to those hips. And then exhale, melt it down. For your final bridge, keep the arms lifted as you roll up. Again, reach those knees towards the wall in front of you. Take a breath. Lower your hips down just 2 inches and then exhale, drive it up. Inhale, flare your sits bones. Exhale, lift the hips. Continue here with just the pelvis. Isolate that pelvis. It lowers and lifts. Flare the sit bones, tuck and squeeze. You've got 4. 3. Really stand into those feet. You've got 2. 1. Hold the hips up, elbows bend wide, and then exhale, extend. Inhale, broaden the clavicles. Exhale, belly to spine. Continue with these arms here. You want to crush it and squash it. You've got 3 really active arms, 2 active glutes. Now, last thing we can do the combo. Elbows bend, hips lower, and then you exhale, lift. Elbows widen, sits bones widen, and lift. Finishing this here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the arms up, reach them all the way back. Breathe. Widen into those ribs. Soften the chin away from the chest and take your time, rolling one bone at a time all the way down. Tailbone touches, legs extend, take a deep breath in, maybe side bend to the right a little bit, look towards that right pinky toe. Inhale through center, look towards your left pinky toe. Come back to center. Can you lift the foam roller up? Can you lift your head up? Reach for your toes. Reach. Try to get the foam roller behind your 10 toes. And again, no biggie if not, just fold. Fold and half. Inhale, reach your heart forward wherever you are. And try to fold a little deeper. Elbows to the floor. Flex those 10 toes back. Drop your face. Drop your props. And take your time, 1 cycle of breath here. Roll all the way on up. And thank you. Great work.